So I changed it to 30 FPS. So hopefully that helps. I couldn't change the codec or whatever. Someone else suggested changing, where was it? Oh, putting the encoder to NVEC, but I didn't have any options. Is it better? Is it fixed? Yes. Awesome. That's so cool. Awesome. Okay, cool. So let's get, awesome. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so let's get back into this. So we learned that we could move this item. Oh, or maybe not. Oh, no. No, it's not fixed. Shoot. It's really not fixed? Oh, that sucks. Okay. Twitch streaming fix dropping frames. Networking. Let's see. Yeah, I'm on my MacBook Pro and it doesn't have an Ethernet port, so I can't, that's not an option. Two megabits per second. So maybe that's not enough. Looks like I average at 3.6. Reduce the bitrate of your streams. Okay. Oh yeah, I guess it shows you drop frames. What? I'm dropping 44? Whoa, I'm dropping 44% of my frames. That's crazy. Okay, we gotta fix this. Jeez. Okay, so let's go back into OBS and let's cut down on something. So output software. Record quality. View stats. So it's not encoding or rendering lag. Do you think it's the internet? It's the network? Okay. Well, I was thinking about. Do you think it would help if I use like a third-party service to like stream, like to like relay the stream? Okay. Lower the bit rate to 1500 to 2000. So let's try this. Oops, 1500. How's that? That might be better. I think that's better. Yeah. So that makes the stream worse quality though, right? Reset your stats. Barely noticeable, so it's pretty good. Yeah, let me see. Let's see. Let me just see the quality of the stream. Oh, nice. I got an ad. Do you guys like watching ads? This is good, right? Um, I know you guys have already probably seen this ad. Okay. I just want to see what the quality looks like on the stream. Oh, that's not too bad. You can kind of see the code. Yeah, that's not too bad. Okay, cool. Nice. Okay, cool. Okay, and now we're not dropping any frames. Nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, maybe next time I'll try to get like a Ethernet adapter. That might help. The walls in my house are like so I have this like super powerful Wi-Fi router that's meant to like broadcast like literally like 3 blocks down the street. But like even just in the next room, it can't get through the wall. Like I can have the Wi-Fi router right on the other side of the door, and I can't play a video game because my ping goes up to like 200. Yeah, changing the Wi-Fi channel could help. Yeah, because there might be like some other interference on the same on the same like band or whatever. Yeah, that could help. Okay, but I'm literally like 20 feet, like 10 or 20 feet away from my Wi-Fi. Okay, so let's go back into here, and so we realized that we can move grid items around. So just by attaching like a few properties to it, we can move the last item to the second item. So that's pretty cool. So now we're going to learn how to make items span multiple columns. So I don't know if we should do this with like one item at a time. Like, should we attach special classes to each item? Or is there a better way to do this? Huh. So this makes item C go into the third column. Cool, Salvin. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again soon. Okay, and then we've got the grid row, and we're saying third line, and then it's going to end at the fourth. Okay, so it looks like the way it's done with individual items is with grid column start and grid column end. But I guess what I'm wondering is, can I make a template, like not a template exactly, but kind of like a template? Yeah, this thing, maybe. I don't know. I just saw the name. Defines a grid template by referencing the names of the grid areas which are specified with the grid area property. Repeating the names. Okay. This looks good. Wow, this is confusing. You like you name them here. Ah, man, I don't know. That's a little confusing. Okay, but we'll get it. So it gives an item a name so that it can be referenced by a template created with the grid template areas property. Alternatively, this property can be used with an even shorter shorthand. Okay, so we can give an item a name so that it can be referenced by a template created with grid template areas. And the template is going to be like this, I think, right? Yeah, so this is like the template for the areas. So now we're saying header, 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 main, main, nothing, sidebar. Whew, I'm not sure exactly what that's doing. Okay, so I guess it explains it right here. That'll create a grid that's 4 columns wide by 3 rows tall. The entire top row will be comprised of header area. The middle row will be comprised of 2 main areas, 1 empty cell, and 1 sidebar area. The last row is all footer. Each row in your declaration needs to have the same number of cells. You can use any number of adjacent periods to declare a single empty cell. As long as the periods have no spaces between them, they represent a single cell. Notice that you're not naming lines with this syntax, just areas. When you use this syntax, the lines on either end of the areas are actually getting named automatically. If the name of your grid area is foo, the name of the area's starting row line. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if this is confusing for anyone else, but it's confusing for me. So I think we kind of learned how to span multiple rows with this thing up here, the grid column start and the grid column end. But with this approach, we need to have individual classes for each item, which is not great, but it's also the only way we know so far. So I think we're just gonna go with that for now. So we'll do like grid item, and then I wish there was a quick way for me to just do this, but I'm going to just number each one of them. And then we're going to reference each one of them and position it exactly where we want. And then we're going to feel really bad about this later when we discover a better way of doing it that allows us to create a template that the items in the grid can just fit into, which is ideally what we want. So let's write that down in like our goals. Yeah, I don't have Emmet completion right now. Maybe that's something I'll install in the future, especially to cut down on the frustration for viewers, because I think it's probably pretty bad. Okay, so ideally what we want is a template. So instead of assigning custom grid properties to each element, it would be nice to have a template that the grid items would fit into automatically. I think this font is called, well, actually, let me just look. Dank Mono. It's you have to buy it actually, but it's one of like the less expensive coding fonts. It's Dank Mono. Okay, so for this, we're going to do grid item 1, and we're going to say grid column start is 1. You got to go, but I'll definitely be back. Android, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I hope to see you on later. I'll be back tomorrow if you want to join then. Okay, so we have 17 columns, and we want this first one to span 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to say 8 is going to be the end. Although actually, I think when you're working with grids, like this is 1, or sorry, this is 1 right here, and then this is 2. So I think we actually want 9. Awesome. And then it's going to span how many? So we actually didn't create the rows yet. So let's do the same thing with rows. And I don't know, we can like repeat it 100 times. I think that's fine. And then we're going to say grid rows gap. Oh, is there no grid rows gap? Huh. Oh, it's column gap and row gap. Okay, and 1%. I think this 1% might be based on the height, which is going to make it not as good as our column gap. Oh, and we ruined everything. Oh, okay, because I applied this to all of the grid items, so now they're like all collapsed in on each other. So when we just wanted to apply it to the first one. Okay, so nice. So now this, and the gap is 1%. Yeah, it's like I thought. It's way too much. So I think we can do it. There's a property that does it like based on the view height, right? So I think we can do like 1 view height. Nice. And let's use 2 view height. And actually, no. You know what's better to do? It's better to do it based, like we'll have it both based on the width. So we'll have this be like 2 view width, and then this 2 view, sorry, view width. Thank you. Thank you, not a hacker. So, oh, not 2. 2 is too much. We'll do 1. 1 view width, 1 view width. So now these, because we want the column, the gap between all of the items to be the same distance, no matter what. So we can't do it based on view height and view width. We have to just choose one. And view width is going to determine the, it's the actual viewport that they're viewing it from. So it's just like a phone or an iPad or whatever. Hey Lome and hey Philippe, welcome. We're building a layout. I'll show you the layout. We're building this layout with grid CSS. We're building that layout with grid CSS, or trying to. So, okay, so we've got the grid column gap and we've got the grid row gap. We could even set it to less. I think 0.5 is fine. Make it a little bit smaller. And now if we decrease the width, you see it all gets smaller. So it's going to look nicer on mobile because you're not really going to care about the gap on mobile. You're just going to want to read the comic book panels. Okay, so now we've got the grid item 1. It's starting and ending over 8 columns. And we got row start and row end. So how many rows is this spanning? So, okay, here's a problem. So with the rows, we have a height. Hey J Scott 2K, I don't know if you just joined or not, but welcome. So we've got 1 FR on this. And I don't know what that means in this context. Because the grid container, why is the grid container this tall? Right? Does anyone know why the grid container is this tall? If I set it to like a height of 100 px, it's going to obey. But why by default is it so big? Why is, for that matter, why is the body so big? I think the body might be expanding based on the grid container. I have a max width, a display grid on here. Oh, it's expanding. Okay. So it's expanding based on the rows. So yeah, I think I don't understand what FR means. So let's look up FR. The FR unit. The FR unit allows you to set the size of a track as a fraction of the free space of the grid container. For example, this will set each item to 1/3 of the width of the grid container. Okay. But is there a similar one for the height? Like, is FR just for width, or is it for... No, it's just a fractional unit. It's just fractional. So I don't know what it does when it's referencing, when it's related to height. Huh. Phew, okay. Well, I guess we could just leave it for now. Maybe they're referencing the same thing. Maybe for width and height it's the same thing, but I'm not sure. It doesn't look like it's the same thing. Yeah. I'm not really sure how it's being defined, but that's okay. We'll just leave it like that for now. So how many... I don't know. I guess we'll define an exact thing, actually. We'll do it like 20 pixels. The reason is I want the final layout to look roughly like this. So we need to actually decide like how many rows it's going to span. So I think that's easier to do when we have an exact measurement. Oh, but now we did this, and now they're overlapping each other. I'm not really sure what's happening here. Well, I guess we could just use it how it is. That's fine. So all of these things pretty much look like I guess this could be like the length of 2. So yeah, we'll just like default to like a height of 2, and then we can just add more height as we go on. Okay, so for this one, we're going to say grid row start is 1, and then grid row end is 3, so that it spans 2. Okay, so now this is weird to me because we're saying we want the grid row end to be 3, and that should make it the height of both of these rows in my mind, but it's only spanning the height of one row. So I'm curious why that's happening. Oh, I think it's because I have... No, this grid template rows should just define the row, and then this should allow us to break out of that. So what if we did like, I don't know, 5? What would happen then? Same thing. So, but the weird thing about this is that all of the other grid items are pushing aside for this first grid item. So, and I think it's because of this grid row end thing. If we take that off, they're going to go back to normal. So I'm not sure why this grid item isn't spanning the area that these are making room for it. I guess we could look up some like grid examples. Let's look at how someone makes an item span multiple rows. Oh, maybe a nested grid. Okay, this could be interesting. We've got subgrid. I think subgrid isn't in the spec yet, so I think, yeah, we're not going to look at subgrid. WDYM. What do you mean? What do I mean by subgrid? Oh, by it not being in the spec yet? So subgrid is like it's like a new concept that I think was recently added to the spec. So like I think if we look at like news, where is it? I just heard about it. They said like they recently announced support for it in Firefox, which usually means that it doesn't have very good support. Yeah, see? So if we look at can I use, it's in the latest version of Firefox, but it's not supported by Edge yet, it's not supported by IE. Oh, no, I don't think so. So you're saying you thought it was just a regular grid inside of a grid cell. I think you can do that. So if we look at these grid examples and we go, where do they? Where they just had an example with a grid inside of a grid. Oh, nested grid. See? So a grid item may become a grid container itself. So that's with nested grid. But I think subgrid is a different thing. And I don't know why. I think it's a good question. I think you have, that's a very interesting question. What's the difference between those? But I'm not sure. Okay, so in this example, I'm creating a grid that contains as many 200 pixel column tracks as will fit into the container with the remaining space shared equally between the columns. In the min-max function, the first value is the minimum size I want my tracks to be. The second value is the maximum. By using 1FR as the maximum value, the space is equally distributed. I am then spanning columns and rows. As the items are auto-placed on our flexible grid, they will move around the grid but maintain their spanned size. Okay. Huh. So, what is this G item? G is grid column, grid row. And he's setting the row start to auto and the end to span 2. Okay, so wait, let's go back here. So we're learning about grid column start and grid column end. And if we can use that to make this span multiple rows. Right now it's not spanning multiple rows, and we're curious why, because we set it to actually end at the 5th row. But even when we just make it 3, it's not working. And 2 is obviously, it's just going from 1 right up there to 2, which is just this next area. So 3, I'm thinking that should work. That should bring it down into there. But there's shorthand for this grid column start and grid column end, which is grid column and grid row, which is what this guy is using over here with this shorthand. So let's go back into here. Okay, so we've got start line, end line, start line, end line, and they're separated by a slash. It has a fixed height. Maybe that's it. Yeah, that could be it. Let's see, height like 500 px. I bet that's going to fix it. Yeah, okay, so now we're spanning multiple. But the thing is, oh, you're right. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, yep, it had, they all have heights on them, so that's what it was. That's what it was. Okay, so I guess instead of height, maybe I'll just have like min height. Maybe that'll work. And Thank you for catching that, dude. That was awesome. Oh, and now it's working. That's awesome. Okay. So now we put it to 3. Boom! Oh my goodness. You're awesome, dude. Do you know how long it would have taken me to figure that out? Thank you, Philippe. That was awesome. Okay, cool. So now okay, so we've got this first one done. We're spanning however many columns this is. I forget how many columns it's supposed to be spanning, but it's spanning however many it should be, and it's spanning 2 rows. Okay, so now, Philippe, I'm curious, do you know about like CSS Grid? Because I might need a little help here. Okay, so for this next one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we're going to do 5. So for grid item 2, we're going to have it span 5. So we're going to have it go from the start, which is 9, and then we're going to add 5, I think? Is that how it works? You ever hear that saying that says like there's 2 hard things in programming, naming things, cache invalidation, and off by 1 errors? Only watched some things but never used it. Yeah, it's the same thing for me. I've watched some stuff by Sarah Ito, I think, and then some stuff by Wes Boss. But yeah, I'm afraid I'm going to get it like an off by 1 error right here. But we'll just say 14, so plus 5. Okay, and then it's going to span, I think, double what the last one did. So it's going to go from 1 to 5. Okay. That looks double the height of that, right? I think we're making like remarkably good progress here. Right, guys? Okay, now this last one is going to have a width of 4. So let's see. Does that add up? I think so. This is like a width of 8, I believe. Then this is a width, we think, of 5. I mean, it makes sense, right? That should be 5. Now, the next one is going to be a width of 4. So if we add all of these up, is this going to add up to 17? 8 plus 5 is 13, plus 4 is 17. Perfect. Yeah, okay. So use the shorthand, not like this. Yes, definitely. So what I like to do is like get like some milestone and then go back and review the code. So we're going to convert these all to the shorthand as soon as we finish this first row. So as soon as we finish this item, which we're currently on. Okay, so we're going to go from but thank you for the advice and the reminder, because we're definitely going to do that. Okay, so we got 14 to 17, width of 4. Does that make sense? That doesn't make any sense. 18. We want 18. Okay, there we go. And then row start and row end. Let's look at our... Okay, so we're going to go back to 1 to 3. So 1 to 3. Okay. Oh no. Oh wait, because we're selecting the same one. Okay, so we're going to make sure we're selecting the last one. You can use span n instead of adding the number of columns manually. Yeah, I just saw that here. Yeah, that seems pretty cool. Do you know what auto means if you use the auto? But I guess then you'd have to add to get column start and the next cell. Maybe. We'll see. We'll play around with it. Okay, so now we've got this first row working. So we've got this one, and that one. Hey, Joja, Elite, and GX Evolved. Oh, maybe that means you don't have to add the auto thing. But it doesn't let you span multiple things when you use auto. I think they were using auto for the start, and then span for the, or sorry, not start. Auto for the column. Is column the one that comes first? Yeah, I think it's auto for the column, and then span. What? Oh, you're right. It's start because this is column. This is column. Okay, so this is start and then this is end. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay, I think you might be right. Okay, guys, I have been streaming for about 3 hours. I do want to work more on this, but I have to use the restroom because it's been 3 hours. So I'm going to do something really cool and use my awesome Be Right Back screen, which I've never used before. This is the first time. This is the first time you guys are experiencing this. Okay, I'll be right back. How do I mute this? Okay. Can you guys hear me? Okay. I think we're back. Should I have this audio input capture on? Probably not, right? Okay. So back into the grid building. So for anyone who's just joining us, we are just learning about CSS Grid. I'm doing kind of like a tutorial slash exploration. And we're trying to build this like comic book layout. And we chose this because it would be challenging, and it's proving to be challenging, but we've made some good progress. So far, we have these 3 panels, which are roughly equal to the top 3 panels here. And this is kind of our grid layout here, which we're using to kind of like roughly estimate where things could go. And I'm pretty sure that there is a better way to do this, but for now we're just doing it manually, where we're assigning each it's child play with template areas. Boom, I knew there was a better way. Okay, so do you want to help me with template areas? Actually, first, I feel like I should live up to my promise. I said we were going to rewrite this code to use the shorthand, so I think we should do that first. Right? Yeah, I'm going to do that first, and then I'm going to explain. Wait, did you just agree to help me with grid template areas? Okay, actually, if that's the case, then forget all this. We're not going to write the shorthand. I'm sorry, the other person who was helping, what's your name? Oh, wait, that was you. Okay, I promised you to use the shorthand, so you don't mind if I just don't use the shorthand, right? I'll learn about that later. Let's use the template template areas. Okay, so as far as I know about the template areas, so you have this grid template areas, and then you can define names for them, but I don't know how it works. What is this? So you're naming, okay, so you're naming each of these columns like header, 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 header. So then how do you, oh, dude, are you serious? And then you just give it a name, so then you just refer to it. Like with, so you just put the name in here, and then this is going to span, it's just going to span all of these. That's so cool. Okay, but question, what happens if I do like this? So what if I put like header down here? What's going to happen then? I guess I could find out. Okay, cool. So let's use template areas. That sounds awesome. Okay, so we're going to learn about grid template rows. Okay, grid template rows. Let's try putting auto because I just want to see what it does. That looks fine. I don't understand this. Like grid template rows auto. What does that mean? I guess it's going to just obey the min height and it's just going to set it to the min height. So I guess that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so let's do the template. Okay, so template areas, and this is going to be awesome. This I can already feel it. This is going to be awesome. Okay, so we do. How many do we have? Let's say this is a height of 2 rows. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we'll say we'll have 12. So we need to have 12 template areas. That's 6, and then we will copy and paste. Okay, I'm doing this all super efficiently, by the way. And I guess we just need to put them all in quotes, and then we'll put a semicolon at the end. And now we need to name these. So how should we name them? Let's grab all, or actually let's just name them here. So let's say like 1. Does that make sense? ABC? Okay. Yeah. But I'm curious, like, is this B or is this B? A, B, C, D, E, F, G? Okay. So we'll name them like a comic book, I guess, how you would read a comic book. So I think it would be like ABC, right? And then down here, D, E, and then I think you would read F. Is this how you'd read this? This isn't how you would read it, though. Okay, F. Yeah, we'll just name them whatever. G, H. I just want to like make sure we're referring to the right ones as we go along. I probably don't need to like spell all this out so exact. L, but we'll do it anyways. I don't know why this is, it kind of went around in a circle at the end there. Okay, so we've got these, and let's just like roughly estimate how many these are going to be in the height of the rows. 2. I think this will be 4, and then this will be 2 down here. Okay, so we've got 2, then 4, then 4, then 2. Okay, so this first one, A, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is 8 by 2. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then by 2, right? Does this look right? You could do it with only 6 rows? Well, no. What about these? 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? These are smaller. These are only 2. I mean, I guess what you mean, I guess I know what you mean. It could be less. It could be 2. Yeah, I mean, these are different. These are all different heights. We're not really being exact with this. I guess, I don't know. I want to like, actually do like the spirit of this and like try to get it as exact as we can. So let's try like this instead. So I know you were just trying to save us time. And that's actually not a bad idea. But let's just create even more time. No, you're right. We should just do it like you were suggesting. Just have it 6. Okay, we'll just do that. So you would say like this is the height of one row here, and then that's like 2, and then this is 2. I mean, it doesn't fit exactly, but that's fine. We can still do it. What do you think? Should we make it more exact, or are you up for just doing 6? I guess we'll just do 6 for now. We can always change it later once we understand. If you want to. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Fine. Let's do it. Okay. So let's expand this. And we'll color it differently. We'll put it behind and like make it lighter. Just so like we have a rough idea of like how many each is. Okay, so now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We have 18 rows. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I don't know how to do this. 11, I'm going to just do it manually. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Please don't hate me. I'm sorry. Okay, so wait. Oh, so we need A here. Okay, cool. So now we've got our first our first area, right? So now, oh wait, no. Now it's spanning 3. Okay. So we'll do another one. This is super cool. Like some like mega hacker came up with this template, this like grid template areas idea. It's super cool, but also really weird. Okay, so B is going to span how many? Let's look at our thing. 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we got 5 B's. 2, 3, 4, 5. And how many are we going to span? Look at our. We should like have like a special name for this. Like this is like our secret tab. I don't know. Secret. What do you call something that you use to look other things up? Not a dictionary. It's not like a, but Rosetta Stone? I don't know. That's kind of a interesting name. Okay. Anyway, 6. So we're gonna go 6 down here, but we can only go down 3 for now, because we need to fill in over here. So D is going to span 3. So we'll do D, D, D. Am I doing this right so far? And then we're going to span 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think 6. Yeah, we'll round down for this one. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, nice. And then H is going to span 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And how many rows? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But we rounded down for this one, so we actually need to take up like this one's. So we're gonna modify it slightly. This isn't cheating because we're already doing more work than we should be. Okay, cool. So we moved it around a little bit just to make it easier to understand. Just so like things are more exactly fitting in the grid. We could always like subdivide this smaller in the future if we want. Okay, so 6. So now we gotta do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's much easier to do like the left-hand side first, and then build out the rest. Okay, so now we've got 5 for M. So we'll do M, 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 M. And it's going to go down, oh no, 3. What? Oh no, okay, 4 total. Wait, no, 3. We did 4, but it's only supposed to span 3. Where did we get it wrong? A is 3, D is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. H is 2, 3, 4, 5. H is 6. Oh no, where did I get it wrong? 19 lines. How can I tell how many things I'm... is there a status bar for Sketch? $18 lines? What? 19 lines like... So, but wait, how can you tell there's 18 here? Oh, because you counted them? You counted them on the screen? But shouldn't there be a super easy way to figure this out? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. You're right. Okay. My bad. I said it. Okay. Okay, cool. So 3663. Okay, awesome. Okay, so after D, we've got E. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 for E. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And how many is it going to span down? It's going to span, it looks like 3 here. Okay, so boom, boom, done with E. Next one, F. F is going to span, oh no, is this 2 or 3? Oh my goodness. I think it's 3, because I think we'll move this up. Yeah, because that was 3, right? So that's going to be 3. Okay, so 3, wait, and what did I say for F? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, that's a tough one. Okay, 10 for F, and it's going to go right below E. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Not until it's done, right? Should we see how it looks already? I feel like, we're pretty confident this is going to work, right? But the rows have to match. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so we've got H. So now we're going to do I. We'll do 3. So 1, 2, 3. And we'll copy those. I mean, we're almost done. We're like very, very close. I'm very happy that I know about grid template areas now, because this is super cool. It lets you create like any layout, and pretty much in the trippiest way possible, which is awesome. Okay, so I is going to go all the way to the bottom. Like, can you imagine writing CSS like this, like 5 years ago? Like, like people would be like, what? What is this? I all the way, nice. Okay, now we're going to do J. J is this one, and we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it matches up with F, right? Yep, it matches up with F. Okay. And this is going to go, it's going to span 3, it looks like. So 1, 2, 3. Now K is going to go all the way to the end, which means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's going to go 9, and it's going to do 2 rows. And it's called K. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Awesome. And it's going to do 2 rows. Okay, next one is, I think, is it L? Yep. L is the last one down here that we're going to fill out. And it's just going to fill in the rest, right? So K and I and J above it. Yeah. So L is pretty huge. Okay, so we're going to do L, 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 L. Let's just confirm. Yeah, it's pretty huge. Okay. So L's fill out the rest down here. We are so close to done. Drum roll, please. No, not yet. It's too soon. Okay, so next is C. 4. C is going to span 4 columns. 3, 4, and it's going to go down 3. Nice. Thank you, by the way, Nell2, for telling me about this template thing, because I knew there had to be a better way than the way I was doing it. And this does feel like so much easier. Oh my goodness, it feels so much easier. Okay, so B, now we've got, or we did E, so we're going to do F. F is going to match up to B. So we actually don't even need to know how long it's going to span because we already know just by our little template here, just by fitting in the puzzle piece. Oh, wait. No, we already have F. Oh, man. Wait, what's next to... Oh, no. I did this wrong. This is B. This is supposed to be B. B goes down to here. How do I replace these all? Oh no, what did I do? B. Okay, cool. Nice. Thank you. Okay, G. G is the last one. Boom! Dude, this is awesome. Okay, G is the last one. G is the last one. We got this. We got this. I feel like I'm like a hacker right now. Doesn't this kind of feel... I mean, I don't know. No, it doesn't. But wouldn't it be cool if like this is what the code looked like for like hacking into the... I don't know. I shouldn't say it, but NSA or something. It's like, yeah, all you got to do is write the letters in the right combination. Okay, so now what do we do? Now we have to do... we have to assign these to each... to the right ones, right? So like, we have to do like a, right? Is this true? Oops. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I messed it up. I messed it up. What happened? Oh, it's because they're different. Okay. So I'll do this. I don't want to write all this out. Letters of the alphabet. Man, I just don't want to write it. Okay, so I feel like this is more work than it's worth. Okay, so we got this. Oh wait, no. Lowercase and what did we go up to? LM? Did I get M? Oh, I got more than I need. Okay, so, oh wait, we want to select these as lines. Oh, I split into lines. Okay, cool. What? No. No. Why? 13? Wait, why? Oh, because there's, okay, got it. Okay, because we have more than we need here. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we don't need all this. And let's delete these guys here. And now we'll just go down here and paste. Boom, that's magic, guys. I feel silly now. Okay, so we'll close this and then do in main CSS. Now we gotta assign, right? Okay, so we're gonna do this in an awesome way. Dot, and then we'll copy. And we'll do, what is it called though? I forget what it's called. Grid, it's like a grid area. Can we just put the name? Yeah, we can just put the name. Okay, so grid area. Do you think it'll work, guys? Do you think it'll work? I'm about to refresh. Are we ready for this? Okay, refresh. It's beautiful. Look at this, guys. Wait, did it work though? Does this look kind of like what we wanted? This is awesome. Dude, guys, we did it. We set our minds to a task that we had no idea how to do, and we did it. right? This is awesome. And we did it with like this advanced technology. Look at this. This is awesome. Okay, so for anyone who's like just coming back from lunch or whatever and is confused by what's going on here, I'm going to just go through it real quick and explain what we learned. So the main thing we learned is grid template areas. So what we were doing before is custom attaching like how much a box should span using this. Oh wait, I lost the syntax. So we were using grid column start, and grid column end, which there's shorthand for grid column and grid column and grid row. But it basically just lets you like say, okay, this is the start line and this is the end line. So you can say like, hey, for this one, this is going to start at this column and then it's going to end like 8 columns later. And so we were doing that for every item, for every class. And we were saying start here, end here, start here, end here. And then this motherfucking genius, Nell2, came along and he was like, dude, this is so much easier with grid template areas. Just use that. And I was like, but I'm confused. I don't know what that is. And then he was like, dude, it's easy. Just look. And so I looked at the documentation. I read through it one more time, and it turns out it is super easy. You just you just put in, you just like name like what each of these is, and then it's gonna like match up to like the grid area that you specified on the class. So the whatever has this class, if you named it like header, right? So if you named this item with a grid area of header, then it's gonna say, hey, I'm gonna span these 4 columns, right? And it knows how big each column is because you defined it with the grid template columns. And then you can like have it span multiple or whatever. And so like we have like all of our A's up here. Like look at these. Look at these beautiful A's. Like, and then that's gonna be like here, right? This is A. Oh, I just thought of something. Okay, look at this. This is gonna be beautiful. Look, look at that. Now we know what everything is, and then we're gonna do like, hey, I do color. We're gonna do like color, and we're gonna make it the same color as this. Try to put the header near the footer and watch the world burn. I do want to try that actually. Okay, so we're gonna do background color, and we're gonna do this, I guess. Although I want the RGBA actually. So 230, 73, and 128. And we'll do like 0.5. And then our color is going to be this. If you guys are curious about what this color library is, it's the best color library out there. You can use it for like all your designs, and then you don't have to worry about colors ever again. It's called Open Color. You should definitely check it out. Okay, so we got that. We need a font size on this. And we're going to use like 24px. Okay. Oh, and we need a font family. Oh, and by the way, this is a quick tip. Font family, so you can like load like a custom Google font, but that's going to slow down your site. If you want like a really beautiful font, you can use the system font, which is like what Mac OS uses in like all of its system dialogues and like in Finder, right? Like this font. And then it's going to be the same for Windows. So the color library just gives you a bunch of different colors that you can use in your designs of all different like shades and tints. So it just makes it really easy to like design something because you already have all the colors worked out for you, and you're going to be consistent with how you're using the colors. So like say you have an error message and you're like, I don't know what the background color should be for that error message. You can like use this one, and then in the future you'll know to use this one because it's the one that's designed. Um, yeah, but the problem with Google Fonts or any fonts is that it's going to take time to load, especially on like mobile networks, and it can be slow for some users and like stop them from using your site. But if you just use the system font stack, it's this awesome font stack because it starts with like Apple System and Blink Mac System font, and then all of like the Windows ones. So it's gonna use the default font that your system uses, so it's never going to have to load it from a like a CDN. Yeah, as slow as any image. But I mean, what I'm saying is like you can have a beautiful like font stack without making the user download anything. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Pretty nice. But I mean, to each their own. If you really like a font, I think just go for it, you know? Let's increase this size. Oh wait, we added padding and everything changed. And I think that's because we don't have box sizing. Not vox sizing, box sizing. Wait, we just want this. Oh man. I just like this one. Okay, there we go. Box sizing. So box sizing like applies a box sizing model to your page that actually makes sense, where the, setting the padding isn't going to increase the height or the width of your elements. It's going to obey the like height or the width that they should be. So that's something that I put at the beginning of like every style sheet, where I use a CSS reset that uses box sizing border box. Okay, so we got padding. I just want to do one more thing here. So we're going to do like font, weight, bold, maybe 36. So my goal is just to get this to look pretty much similar to the design that we came up with, which is pretty similar. I think if we resize the page to like this, and then we move this over, look at that, guys. That is pretty cool. Ah, man, that's awesome. I didn't think, I mean, I kind of thought we'd be able to do it, but I'm really happy. Good job. Nell 2, what are you doing telling me good job? Honestly, dude, you did this. You gave me the power within myself to do this. I really appreciate it. No, like, no joking. That was awesome. Okay, well, that's our tutorial. It took a little bit longer than I was thinking it would. I was planning on a half an hour from like 1 p.m. to 1:30, and it's now 3 p.m. So it just took like an extra hour and a half. But I learned a lot. I'm really happy that I know how to do this now. I've been wanting to learn CSS Grid for a while, so I think it's awesome that you guys chose that as the topic. Tomorrow I'm going to be on around the same time, so around 11 a.m. I might stream a little bit later tonight. Oh yeah, okay. Let's do that one more thing. Could you try replacing the bottom K row replaced with L's? Um, could you try replacing the bottom K row and replace it with L's? Not sure what you mean. This one? Replace this with L's? So this is L, so it'll just combine those. Is that what you want? We can, oh wait, no, yeah, that's what it'll do. Oops. Okay. Okay. You mean like right here? This is what you're talking about. Like replace that with else. Oh wait, what happened? What did I do? So now K is over there. Or do we have to get rid of K? Huh? I don't get what happened. So now else. Is this what you wanted? You wanted to ruin everything? um, Jeez. I don't know. I am not sure what you're asking. Change one of those L's to an A. So like change that to an A. Nice. I mean, come on guys. Have you been doing CSS at all? Like, of course this is what happens. Like, I didn't expect it to do anything different. That totally makes sense, right? Oh man. That that's pretty funny. From this to that, geez, can't even be a little bit smart. Okay, so let me see. So, okay, this guy, the noob life, thinks he owns this stream and he can just tell me. No, I'm just kidding. So I'm going to put this in CodePen and then I'll share it and then you guys can do whatever you want with it. And if you want, the noob life, play around with it and I'll stay on stream long enough for you to show us what you meant and then I'll show it to everyone else. Okay. Cool. So I think this link should work, right? Yeah, okay. So I'll paste that in chat. Okay, so do what you were thinking with that and then send me the link back. Oh, you'll have to have a CodePen account though to edit it, I think. So you might have to create a CodePen account. Okay. I think that was a pretty successful stream though. I worked out the dropped frames issue. We worked on CSS Grid. I finished some documentation for Remake.js, the framework I'm working on. Tomorrow I will be on from I think 11 a.m. to probably 2 p.m. So tomorrow 11 a.m. EST to 2 p.m. EST. And that's going to be June 13th. So if you guys want to hang out, do some more coding, I'll probably have another like tutorial request. Like a tutorial vote. So you guys can vote on what you want to learn about, and maybe it's like React.js, maybe it's Remake.js, maybe it's Node.js, maybe it's, what was the other CSS thing? Oh, something I'm much more comfortable with, Flexbox CSS. So if you want to learn about that from not an expert, but like someone who's better at it than CSS Grid. Although after today, I am pretty much an expert, wouldn't you guys say? Vue.js, I'm also like pretty good at that. I use Vue.js at work, so we could do that. But I'll be on 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. tomorrow. Come check it out. Follow me if you want. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you. So come if you want to vote, come tomorrow. Like if you come tomorrow at around noon, you you'll be able to. um, if you so you have to be here if you want to vote. You can't vote today, and then I'm doing a tutorial in React for people who don't even want to learn about React. You know? Okay. So yeah, come tomorrow at 12 p.m. Do the vote, and then at 1 p.m. I'll do the tutorial. Okay? Cool, cool, cool. I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thanks for stopping by. Okay. See you guys.